Hey everyone, welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Monday, September 30th, 2019. All right, so today we are still very much in the new moon energy. If you haven't yet seen the new moon video, do check that out. It's the one posted for the weekend. But yeah, definitely still a time of new beginnings. So good to slowly but surely build some momentum this week. Here today, still very subtle, still good to listen and see what new is arising from this fresh new start that we have. And the moon will still be in Virgo from where we had the new moon today. So themes are still likely around what we can do to improve things in our life or with ourselves or our personal development. Really focusing on the things that require self-discipline in our life to get these things, again, moving. Now today, going into tomorrow, we do have Venus squaring up to Pluto, so there could be some maybe deep or intense maybe needs in our relationships or connections or enjoyments in life. So really good, as always with Pluto, to practice non-attachment to what we enjoy and value in life. And in this way, maybe build some trust and some deeper intimacy in those relationships as well. All right, so let's take a look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, so here's the sky for this Monday. And again, we are using the actual constellations in the sky called True Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, definitely check out the link down below because you will notice a lot of the signs that I mentioned are different from mainstream astrology. All right, so here we have all of the fast-moving planets, including the moon here in earthy Virgo. The constellation of the Maiden, which is all about things we can do to improve matters, improve our life, ourselves through personal development perhaps, maybe our routine, our diet, our work, our service, and just really getting into the side of ourself that is self-disciplined. And in fact, anything that does require self-discipline with this new beginning here, I think is great to cultivate, especially today with the moon still in Virgo. So this is all in the context of the fact that we're in the very lowest part of the lunar cycle in terms of collective energy and also in terms of developments in our lives usually as well. But still maybe some momentum slowly being built as we are slowly moving into the crescent phase of the lunar cycle going into this week. But today maybe still listening, seeing what new is arising, and maybe setting some intentions for this lunar month can be great. And again, especially anything involving things that do require that self-discipline of Virgo. All right, so in this context of this very earthy energy of the day, we do have Venus starting to square up to Pluto as we go into tomorrow. So Venus, the planet of our values and relationships and enjoyments in life, in a bit of a clash collectively with deep and intense Pluto that usually pulls us towards transformation and change. So with this, sometimes there can be a bit of a deep need for deep and intense connections, perhaps in our relationships, or connection to life, perhaps, or to values or resources or the enjoyments of things. And this could be, of course, just a collective energy we're feeling, but there is a very constructive way of working with this. Essentially, usually with Pluto, when we do practice non-attachment, we are non-attached to our relationships, to our values, to our enjoyments in life. This tends to help the energy of the square with Pluto flow a little bit more. If there are any walls or defense mechanisms coming up, that's totally natural. And of course, we do need boundaries in life. But in our close relationships and maybe with ourselves, could be good to build that trust, right? In situations where it is safe to do so, and especially with ourselves, letting those walls come down so that we can connect to the deeper aspects of life, which is, again, what this need is for. Because this need can be strong, but then the ego with Pluto, that side of ourself may, want to control things or, attach to things or, go about it in a non-intimate or non-vulnerable sort of way, right? So the best expression of this is getting into that depth in a healthy way, which is like trust, building trust with ourselves and with our relationships, vulnerability with ourselves and our relationships, diving deep into our own skeletons in the closet, for example. These types of things that we can really accept about ourselves and about the human experience. And in this way, through this acceptance, have non-attachment to them. This really helps strengthen the energy of the square in a very, very constructive way. And as a result of this, this can lead to deeper intimacy in our relationships, deeper intimacy with life, right? And again, maybe even inducing some change and transformation that we may want on that deep level, right? And so listening to that and finding the conscious and constructive ways of doing that is fantastic. So it's going to be stronger as the day unfolds. Do give it some time. And then tomorrow will be mostly of the integration of it. So just good to maybe acclimate to a bit of that energy here today. All right, so that's definitely the most important thing going on here today, along with a lot of this earthy, structural, improvement-oriented energy of Virgo collectively at the moment. We do have the moon opposite Uranus on a very minor note. We may want some of this freedom, maybe individuality or change. And so listening to that, but finding constructive ways of doing that, much like that square, can be, very constructive here today. But that's very minor in reference to everything else, all right? Most important thing today, yes, how can we connect to life on that deeper level, especially with our relationships and our values and enjoyments in life, with non-attachment, with acceptance, with building of trust, and really connecting to what matters most in life. And in the larger context, most important thing I would say is we're in this time of new beginnings. It's a fresh new start. Good to maybe slowly build some momentum this week, set some intentions for the lunar month, especially if they do have anything to do with self-discipline, creating structure in our life, improving things, and refining things with Virgo. All right, so everyone have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the daily forecast. Take care.